Everybody is doing their best LEGO sets and minifigures of 2024. How about let's do something a little bit different today, Daniel Lewa?
There's so many amazing sets that have just really flown under the radar that we still want to highlight that we have not seen on any other best of 2024 list.
We've accumulated our top 10, and our first one would be Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings. Nobody liked it. Guys, I'm sorry, Daniel Lewa, that was a complete joke. Of course, this is probably the best set of 2024, but let's get into the underrated ones. Our 10th most underrated set of 2024, or maybe not underrated, underappreciated. Let's just highlight these 10 sets, bro. The Source Dragon of Motion, I'm not saying people didn't buy it. I'm sure a lot of people bought this and enjoyed it. It's not getting any love in these top 10 lists, bro. I'm just going to go outright and just go ahead and say it. Probably the coolest LEGO dragon that I've personally ever seen.
The only one that really comes close is Griefbringer, the skeletal one, and even that would probably pale in comparison to how big this one is. I think that one of the reasons it's probably so underrated is that it was just so expensive. $150. Yeah, you pretty much get what you pay for. That's a lot to shell out for one single dragon. Next is Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon Battle. Is interesting because we've seen a lot of pretty good Star Wars sets this year. And this is one of them, but I don't see a lot of people talking about it. Mainly because, I don't know, Mando Season 3 was a little lukewarm. But this figure pack is phenomenal. All of the figures here are great. If you didn't pick up Paz Vizsla in the previous set he was in, here's a place you can get him again. And the other three are also just fire. So like 4 fire figs all in one package.
8th most slept on set of 2024 in our book is the LEGO Botanical Plum Blossom or the Chrysanthemum. I think they're equally just as dope, but I'm not saying people didn't buy this, guys. I'm sure this did really well, and I hope this did really well because I want more plants at this scale in pots. We want the plants in the pots. It's so complete. A beautiful price point at $30. Feels great, but this is not getting a lot of love on people's best sets of the year videos. And I think it was like one of the best sets of the year. Even if it's not in the top 10 best sets of the year, this deserves some recognition for how amazing this set is. Not only for adults, for all ages, all genders. Love it.
100%. The visual composition, both geometrically and color-wise, is really nice. And finally, the fact that they're including pots with a lot of the plants just make them much more of a better value proposition all around. So like phenomenal all-in-one package.
Our 7th most sleeper pick is the Durburger, which I'm assuming this also did sell units. But honestly, we have to appreciate these smaller sets, Daniel Lewa. We can't just only appreciate the gluttonous sets, the Barad-dûrs, Rivendales, and the Tudor Corners, bro. It doesn't, just because something's more expensive does not mean it's better. And the fact that this wasn't expensive, honestly, ranks it up even higher is the fact that it's actually accessible.
Yeah, you're talking about like sets for all ages. For Fortnite fans who are a little older, like us, this could be great for a display piece on your gaming shelf or for a kid. This is like a $15 easy pickup, stocking stuffer, whatever, birthday present that, is really fun. And even if they don't like Fortnite, it's a buildable hamburger with eyes. Like, there's just too much to love here for it not to be getting some sort of recognition.
And people never talk about the downsides of big sets. Yeah, you get the bigger build experience. You get something more epic. They never talk about the downside of where are you going to put it? Is this accessible? Is this flexible? And is this versatile as a gift or as a Lego set? Can you put this in your office? Can you put it in your house? Can you put it by your computer? We don't talk about the downsides of the giant sets as AFOLs. Where it's like, AFOLs figure equals better. The Durburger trumps and is better than a lot of the bigger Lego sets in my book because it's actually accessible. Just look at Look at Daniel's background right now. He is a gluttonous AFOL. He only buys big things so he can have an adult experience. I'm sorry, Daniel Lewa. It's time to appreciate some of these smaller sets.
I've been humbled by the $550 Hulkbuster owner. Okay, so up next we have Shadow's Escape, another bite-sized set. We love the bite-sized sets that come with good value, like our favorite Sonic the Hedgehog minifigure that has been released to this day, Shadow.
Yeah, it's just amazing. The little gate side build is whatever, but I love the robotic rhino and his chopper. Like, just imagine this with the recent Ghost Riders mech chopper, them just side by side, and how raw and dope that is to have both Shadow and Ghost Rider in minifigures on choppers. Like, Yet again, another versatile, accessible set with amazing, amazing minifigure. Our favorite Sonic the Hedgehog minifigure.
Okay, before you non-Harry Potter fans check out of this video immediately, just give a moment of love to this beautiful Hagrid's Hut. It's kind of the Luke's land speeder of Harry Potter at this point. We've seen a lot of them, but this is actually a phenomenal set. It's the best version of Hagrid's Hut that we've ever had. It's a complete 360-degree build for those AFOLs like Methuselah that can't have facades. And it comes with Fang and Norbert. So, like, animal lovers also are winning here.
Fourth most underappreciated LEGO set this year is the LEGO Red Fox 3-in-1 Creator Pack. Specifically includes the first high-quality HD 4K LEGO Squirrel. Thank you to Alpha Trion Primus for sending us this LEGO set, and the designers cooked way too hard on this LEGO Squirrel. Actually, my favorite animal, so I'm a little bit biased, but Daniel Lewa also cannot deny that this is an amazing LEGO Squirrel. And it's also a 3-in-1, so the rebuild value is crazy. The value, price to piece, is crazy. I was not a Creator 3-in-1 fan. I wasn't a non-fictional LEGO set fan. And then I got this LEGO set, and it opened the pathway in my mind into a myriad of different timelines.
Oh my gosh, wow, I never heard so much hype over a Squirrel. But honestly, this is a deserving one. It is Squirrel with RTX on, and it's just beautiful. Like the bushiest Lego tail possible.
Speaking of furries, we have Bumblebee.
Like
let's address this one, Daniel. Our third sleeper set,
okay.
A controversial one. It is the Lego Transformer Bumblebee. It was a controversial set, and I don't think it really needed to be a controversial set, because when I built this, I had one of the funnest building experiences ever. Like, maybe we're comparing it too much to Optimus Prime, which is just way too fluid of a transformation. But you just can't do that with a VW bug, bro. It's going to be a little more complicated. Pieces may fall off, and they have in my experience, but it really wasn't that bad. It was such a cool set, one of my favorite sets of the year, and probably going to be one that I revisit throughout the rest of my lifespan.
I mean, let us know if you display this as a car, but generally, Transformers fans of LEGO are not going to be displaying this in the car form. They're going to be displaying it in the mech form next to Optimus Prime mech. And I think that pairing just works phenomenally well. Cannot wait to see what other Transformers may come down the line. All right, number 2. You could say the entire Monkey Kid theme is the most underrated theme of all time, because the builds, the figures, the story, the show is completely slept on. I know you Monkey Kid fans are out there. Please make yourself known, because this is just one of the best themes ever. And the Megapolis City from earlier this year is a perfect representation of all of what makes Monkey Kid and what makes LEGO so fun. There's my thesis. Am I wrong, Methuselah? Look at this.
No, you're 100% right. And not only that, this is modular compatible with other Monkey Kid sets. You can make a mega Monkey Kid city. Like, this is way too fun and way too extra. And this is the best one that represents a 5-year celebration of Monkey Kid. So do not sleep on this one, even though it came out in January. It has some of the funnest and most exclusive Monkey Kid minifigures that are only going to be in this set. Kind of a little bit of a sleeper one, and definitely one that you would want to have as a Monkey Kid collector. That brings us to our subjective opinion, most slept on set, and least talked about set of 2024, the Thor and Surtur battle. Wow.
Why is this number 1, Methuselah?
The Thor versus Surtur construction figure. It was $30 or about 240 pieces. Daniel Lewa, and when we rank on things, we have certain categories that we like to rank on. Different sets highlight different things, like art sets are purely display, etc. This hits on the price. $30, 250 pieces for 3 minifigures. Pretty good. Play experience is very fun play experience. The crown comes off. It comes with a chain to strap it to Thor. You can pose Thor on the back of him. Like, you can have Mjolnir coming around the back of him as well to save Thor. Build experience was really fun. It wasn't too long either, which is good for us people who don't want extremely long builds or just want something a little bit smaller. And it just works so well with your other Marvel sets. Like, this scale is so nice, and I think the designer saw this for the X-Mansion and inspired him to make the Sentinel for X-Mansion, if I'm not mistaken. But it works so well with the Marvel modular buildings at this scale. And it's just a beautiful Marvel set that almost hits on every category. Am I wrong?
I'm curious what people in the comments think, because this entire year, the one set that Methuselah will not stop telling me about is this one. Ever since he got it, he's just been like, "Oh, Daniel, we should make a video how great Surtur is." Oh, Daniel, Surtur is like descended from on high to become the best Lego set of all time. Yeah, I had to take some convincing at first because, it is kind of like just like a Surtur action figure. But if you really take a closer look, there's so much good here. Like new prints for the chest, for the head, for the new fire demon faces. It's perfectly playable size for kids and displayable for adults. Like it really is like a perfect package 4-quadrant Lego set that no one has talked about.
I think it deserves more attention. Like maybe the knees could be better and it's not just in one's, I don't know. I wouldn't change anything about it. I love this gradient giant sword that he has. So as a Marvel fan, this is an extremely versatile set. You could think of the comics, you could think of the movie, and I'm just going to say it right now, Daniel Eva, this is better than the Eye of Sauron Barad-dûr. This is the real true set of 2024. Is Barad-dûr 360 completed all the way around? No, it's a facade. It's half a sandwich. We want the full 360 thing, and we want a flexible set that won't take 4.9 kilometers in verticality in our studio apartment of space and bandwidth. Remember, Lego is physical mass and will accumulate physical mass.
Here's the compromise. This is like a perfect stand-in for a Balrog. Maybe not the Peter Jackson version, but like a book-accurate Balrog, essentially. Stick it with the Barad-dûr, and you have a Lord of the Rings display.
100%. That's a good compromise. I'm just joking, guys. I think both sets are good in their respective right. Do not sleep on the Surtur construction figure, or don't sleep on any of these sets. 2025 is coming up, and let's keep our eye out for those sleeper picks that Lego sometimes cooks with a lot of sauce and a lot of spices.
Please let us know what you think is an underrated set that you've either built this year or have wanted to build this year, because there were almost like 1,000 sets this year. It's just crazy how many sets the Lego makes. There are a lot of heaters, a lot of duds as well, but for the most part, a lot of really cool stuff. We want to highlight some of the really cool things.
And we want to highlight a brand new channel member, Norman Davis. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Oh my gosh, bro. Really, really appreciate it. If you want to play Fortnite with us, get a follow on our Lego Instagram account. Please drop it in the comments, Norman Davis. Really, really appreciate it. And all of our other channel members as well, such as I'm Lidme, Dr. Dan PhD, MC Goat, Richie Rage, Uncle Norman, Uncle Michael, Mary Kay, Oliver J. the Ginger Lender, Cesar, Shui Lee, and Grandma Susan. You guys are all goated channel members. Let us know what your favorite Lego sets of this year were. Hit that like button and that subscribe button as well.
If you made it this far in the video, the underrated Pokemon close to my heart is Cursola. Put it in the comments below and you'll be recognized as a real one.